Picture this, you're laying in bed alone, scrolling through Instagram stories and just seeing people having fun with their friends. And you feel like you're just missing out on life and all the fun because nobody really invites you to go out. But it doesn't have to be that way. Actually, making friends is not too hard. The first step might surprise you, but it is actually getting out of your bed and go out to meet people. This step of getting out of your comfort zone may feel like you're stepping on stage to give a speech that you didn't rehearse even once to 100,000 people. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go to a mall and strike up a random conversation with a stranger that doesn't even want to be bothered with their shopping. But before going to talk to people, you need to ask yourself first, what are your interests and hobbies, and what do you like to talk about? Because connecting with people who share similar interests will be easier. Whatever it is that you enjoy, try to find a community that's related to your interests and go there frequently. You won't find someone, for example, who likes to go clubbing and drinking, trying to meet new people at a library or a church. If you like to work out, go to the gym. If you like sports, join a sports club. But if you have no interests or hobbies, well, it's best then to get a job so you can meet new people and interact with them at least 3 times a week so you can get a chance of a friendship going on. But don't just show up one day and expecting to be friends with someone immediately. If you still have some friends that's from high school, you probably didn't become friends on the first day of school. You became friends because you're forced to go to the same place 5 days a week and seeing them so frequently. And by seeing them so frequently, it was easy to build a friendship. Next, now imagine you have a destination to get to and it's 20 kilometers from where you are. And you can either choose to walk there or drive there. Which one would you choose? Any sane person except A. David Goggins would choose to drive there because it's faster. Having some basic social skills is like having a car. It will make the process of making friends easier and faster. Now, you could try to binge on a bunch of videos on YouTube and books on how to socialize. Then you convince yourself that you know everything about socializing but actually never taking action because you're still too scared to talk to people. Plus, life is too short to try to learn all of the thousands of little psychological tactics to try to get people to like you. But don't worry, socializing is actually easy if you just understand one core principle, which is just simply letting the person talk more by talking about things they're passionate about. To put it another way, just let them yap about themselves more. If you ask a person who's into the gym, what do you think about the economical and political state of the world? They will probably just leave the conversation and block you on every social media platform. But if you ask the same person, what made you want to work out? What inspires you to work out? Tell me about your journey. He's probably gonna go on hours talking about his villain arc on how this girl cheated on him and now he's in the gym 24/7 and finally hitting a 225 bench PR. I remember I was in college and I was talking to someone and he told me a book that he was writing about, and I kind of just started asking more questions about the book and the story behind this book, and he just could not stop talking, and I was probably only doing 20% off the talking. The formula I came up with is just find what people are passionate about and talk about that and make it about them. However, if their ego is taller than the Burj Khalifa and all they do is talk about themselves and don't really ask about your life, then it's probably better to leave so you can save your own sanity from future friendship problems. Okay, now that you have worked up the courage and met some new people, I have some good news for you. That was only the easy getting to know people part. The next part is the hard part, and it's actually building the friendship. Now that you have met that one person and hopefully exchanged contact information, you're probably sitting at home thinking, he probably thinks I'm weird. He already has some other friends, why would he hang out with me? There's no way he has time. You're scared to make the first move of inviting him to hang out. Just like back in 6th grade, how you're scared to tell your crush that you actually like them. So you hope and wait for the other person to text you first. You wait and wait, but that day never happens. This is the step that most people get stuck on because we are scared to get rejected. If you never take initiative, the friendship will not go anywhere. It's like expecting a car to move when you haven't even turned on the car. Honestly, the other person might be thinking the exact same thing as you, scared to take initiative. Even if they reject you and don't want to hang out, just leave them be. If they're busy and want to hang out another time, they will let you know. It's important to take control in friendships. Plus, people respect you more when you take initiative and you make the first move. Now, let's say that you finally take initiative and you guys agree to hang out. You two meet and are having a nice conversation. He then says something that may be quite controversial. You don't want to hurt his feelings, so you agree with him. But deep down, you disagree with his opinion. But by not voicing your true opinions, you're just concealing your true identity with people. By doing that, you cannot make deeper connections with people, and people can't really trust you because they can't see the real you. You'll be liked by people, but not loved. By being honest and speaking from your heart, people can either bond deeper with you or go, nah, I'm out of here, this person is weird. But if they really think you're a real person and don't want to be your friends with you, that's actually a good thing because you'll know that that person is not worth investing your time in anyways, and you know that both of you are incompatible. It's like dating. You go up to a girl and say, hey, I like you. But they say, no, I don't want you. At least you know the girl is not attracted to you and you're not wasting your time trying to be with someone that doesn't even want you. It's way better than getting led on and have to go through a whole new villain arc down the line. Okay, now that you and the other person has hung out a bunch of times and know that you get along with each other, there's one more step you need to do. But let me ask you this first. Imagine you have a crappy computer you bought from a garage sale that takes 15 minutes to start up and can't even run Google Chrome for 5 minutes before crashing. Would you keep it? You might as well just throw it in the trash, because that computer does not add any value to your life. So it's important that you add value into people's life in order to build deeper friendships. We don't want to be that guy that brings only tissue paper to a potluck, but I'm not saying that you have to buy a gift every time you see your friend. By already listening to them, inviting them to events, complimenting them, that's already adding value into their lives. When you get the opportunity to uplift your friend's spirit, do it. Make them feel heard and listened to. People will remember that. It's the ones that are willing to listen to your problems and help you that are adding real value to your life. It's the ones that bring you up instead of putting you down. It's the ones that want the best for you in life. So you want to strive to be that kind of friend. Just like how our grandparents always say, treat people how you want to be treated. And it's always better to have one good friend than 10 garbage ones. Quality over quantity. An important rule to remember when making friends is that you're not going to get along with everyone. Everyone will not be your friend, and that's okay. And that's just life. Like I said, one good friend is always better than 10 garbage ones, and even 100 garbage ones. If you just apply these simple concepts, making friends and building deeper connections is honestly pretty simple, and anyone including you can do it. Anyways, I hope this video can help you make more friends and build deeper connections with people. Subscribe if you learned something new.